Jamie.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Grant.
And this is Murder Schmurder. Here at Murder Schmurder, we are unstoppable. We have now clean, fresh virgin noses.
That's true.
I feel like my nose hasn't been this clear in probably like fucking 5 years.
2 days later, and I'm still feeling it.
Oh, yeah. 2 days later. Yeah.
Which
is what it is.
What are you talking about?
It's like, you fucking idiot. We just did that. Man,
Not
2
just
later. later.
A recurring theme that we have going on.
Yeah.
Continuity.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome to Schmurder Murder. Fuck.
Welcome to the 2 days later.
Yeah, of our podcast.
Yeah.
Where we cast pod with each other 2 days after we did the other part of the cast pod that was the silly part, and that was the serious part.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So anyway, segue. Today, we're continuing our series on white supremacist militias in the United States, which has been a real laugh riot so far. I've had fun.
Yeah.
Now, covering a demographic that spends more on sunscreen and bleaching linens than anyone else is a thankless job. So I thought it best if we could do something a little fun together. I know normally on Thursdays, the 2 days later, we're all burnt out on fun. We don't have as much fun, but I want to do something fun. And normally people hold moments of silence for a vigil.
Sure. Can I pause you real fast?
Sure.
Just to celebrate you.
Sure.
Your writing prowess, and especially in these moments, how you just kind of like gloss over some like real poetry.
Oh, thanks. Well, I mean, hey,
I need
keep
to
keeping
revisit,
it on.
And you said you had your sunscreen and bleaching linens line. What was that? I want to revisit that.
Oh, now covering a demographic that spends more on sunscreen and bleaching linens than anyone else is a thankless job.
That's gold, baby.
Thank you.
That's gold.
I appreciate that.
If anything, just lean into it more. Give it a little Norm Macdonald's, you know what I mean?
Well,
Hard beat. Stare at the camera, you know.
I can do Norm.
Hey, Joseph.
I just lost so much money in a gambling fiasco.
I'm very drunk on live national television.
It's not that big a deal. I'll get Weekend Update at some point.
Joseph, what does
R.I.P., man.
validation from Grant feel like? Does it feel good?
It feels really good.
Man, I hope to get it one day.
I gotta say, it's rare, but I like it. It's like a soothing salve.
When you earn it, I will be sure to get it.
When you deserve it, I'll let you know. So, normally, a vigil, a moment of reflection would be like a moment of silence, right?
Sure.
Instead, today, we're going to do a moment of violence.
Do I get the punch, Grant?
Well, hold that aggression.
Fine.
So I'm gonna start us off with a fun fact. In the American Civil War, nearly 300,000 Confederates died.
Yep.
Dumb fuck chicken fried dipshits died to uphold one of the worst conditions that humans have ever inflicted on each other. So instead of a moment of silence, we're going to take a moment of violence. And for 1 minute-ish, I'd like everyone to make as many fart noises, bad jokes at Confederates' expenses, or anything else that they feel is properly disrespectful and inappropriate to a bunch of traitors and people who are hoisting up the second place trophy in a 2-person war. So, moment of violence starts now.
Hang on. Can I have like 30 seconds to think about
I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it. In fact, I'm just going to vamp a little bit about, personally, one of the things that I hate most about being from here and around here and having this accent and looking the way that I do is that I have grown up around a lot of Confederate flags. And it has never not infuriated me seeing one. I can be having the best day. I can be walking with my beautiful, sweet wife, Sarah, and we could be having ice cream in hand. And the minute I see a Confederate flag, at least 10% of me turns to blind rage and just immediately starts saying, this dribbling, illiterate, shit-stained fucknuts doesn't even understand the level of violence that they are promoting by having that flag and how much of a fucking moron the stars and bars make them look like. And given the opportunity, I would punch them directly in the jaw right now.
So I want to counter off of that. So are you familiar with the town within our city referred to as Rayon City?
Rayon City.
Yeah,
I
are you
am not.
familiar with Rayon City? So
No.
you're in Madison, hop on 45, you go over that first suspension bridge, the green
Okay.
one, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You take one of the first lefts you can make, not into the golf course,
Mm-hmm.
but right after. You curve up, and then all of a sudden you're in Rayon City.
Okay.
Now there's a spot.
So I know the
called-
area you're speaking of.
There's a spot called Live Bar. I'm assuming it's Live Bar because there's like a blues musician on there.
Yeah.
There's not a black person in that bar. It's from what I understand. Another friend of mine, he and I love going kind of like you into like potentially shitty bars.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Just to kind of check it out.
And he's also capable of making friends with a brick wall.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it one day because he lives nearby, and he was like, "Don't go there." And I was like, "Whoa, you?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, it's not a good scene." So this is Rayon City. Now there's some like cool little things, and it's so close to Old Hickory, like the downtown part of Old Hickory, where like a lot of residents have like rainbow flags up. There's
Yeah.
some cool little cafes and stuff and everything. There's this weird little pocket, right? One of my clients is on this street. Now you curve around, and there's like somebody's got their stairs painted as rainbows, and then you curve around. And you were faced with this old school, almost like colonial style 2-story building where it's like window, 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 door, window, window, right there facing you as you come down. Confederate flag in every single window.
Wow. Every window.
Single window. And then just two of the most pot-bellied, fucking shirtless, meth-mouthed couple, like a man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing some kind of just, cobbled together thing that's covering up her nips.
Yeah.
Kind of a deal. Just belly out. Just I've been there. I've had that client for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So I'm there every 2 weeks, several different times of day.
For years.
And they're just in their shitty rockers on their shitty front porch in front of their shitty fucking house, just chiefing stogs and guzzling beers.
Yep.
And just spreading hatred. It's the craziest thing. And the fact that, like, that house hasn't gotten burned down yet is insane to me. You know
Hang
what I
on.
mean?
So there's no flagpole, correct?
No. They're pasted to the inside of their window.
No, I got that. I just want to make sure, like, is there a flagpole?
No.
That is perfect white trash.
Dude, it is something.
Instead of just being like,
else.
let's show the pride and get a proper flagpole.
Yeah.
That's too much
No,
work.
they're like, let me block it.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, I can't climb the ladder no more.
I can't afford blackout curtains, but I've got 7 Confederate flags. So my house will always be dark, and I can also share my hatred with the world. Like, what the fuck? Second thing I wanted to say, if you can, as a philosophical mental exercise, remove all implications of the stars and bars. Mm-hmm. If you can. Like, let's imagine it does not mean what it means
Okay.
as a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad design.
Not the worst design.
And it kind of pisses me off. Like this whole like the whole Hugo Boss thing with like the Nazi uniforms. Those are some dope looking uniforms.
The SS
You know what I mean?
looked good.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had style. You gotta give
They
them that.
had style. And like if you like from like a what am I trying to say? Like a
Real quick, sorry to interrupt your train of thought. Klans people did not have style.
They did not.
What
No.
what they did make up with is badass names.
Klansmen have created a mythology
And
for
it's too
themselves.
nerdy
Yeah.
for me though. Like the Grand Master Wizard Dragon
Cyclopean,
bullshit, like
Dreadmaster,
I
or
love
whatever. I think. The thing is, like,
I say that because if I had like a treehouse club, like a treehouse,
that's the names we would be using.
Yeah.
If I had a treehouse, I would be the secret Dragon Master, and you would have to have the knock phrase to get into
Exactly.
my
Sure,
into my
but-
treehouse.
they would
These
say no
guys-
girls allowed too.
But like
But it's not. We would have that, and they're like, "Are women allowed?" It's like, "Yeah, but they wouldn't. They're not coming anyway."
Yeah, we just decided since they wouldn't come up here, we won't let them up here. Why did a girl come by and ask? And we move the sign, like take it away. Like, no, they could come up if they want to.
No, did Maggie? Did she ask about me?
Well, I guess we'll just jack off to Maxim March '96.
Sorry, keep going.
no, but you're right. Like I mean, honestly, like from a what is the study of flags?
Oh,
Vexology, I think.
maybe.
But either way, like it's very like well put together in a strange way. Like
Symmetrical.
It's symmetrical. It's grabbing. You know what it means. Unfortunately, it means like one of the worst things ever. But like, and it just kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like when like really shitty groups stumble upon good symbology. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because it's like, I want that, you know?
It's probably how Buddhists feel about swastikas now.
I was literally going to segue into swastikas because like it's got roots in Buddhism and Hinduism. And like that's a pretty iconic shape.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that these assholes ruined it.
Yeah, that they just
So many years
turned it
ago.
around and twisted it, and then they're like, now it's ours.
Yeah. And then black and red look great together.
They do.
You know,
They
those
just
are
do.
complementary colors.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
Jamie, moment of violence before we move on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have such a weird relationship with the South because as an immigrant in the South, I've definitely gotten pushback, and I've definitely like learned like when I can say certain concepts or say certain ideas. But I also love the food. That's like where I think the South, it's kind of like when like no one
The
really.
food is from black people. Though.
Pause real quick. We'll get there when we get there. You know why? Like, everyone's got a problem with.
He interrupted me.
Yeah.
He's got a good point.
And he does.
Like, no one really remembers the Italians being in the Third Reich.
Sure.
And there's a lot of jokes that says, like, well, Italians do have amazing food. I think that's where I kind of stand with a lot of the South, where I'm like, well, I do have cornbread. But again, it goes back to the problem that I was about to bring up that Grant so rudely interrupted me about.
Yes, he did.
My grandma does say the N word a lot, but goddamn those biscuits and gravy. Goddamn, it's good.
Hey, get out of my head.
We just have the same grandmother.
I think I've told you my grandmother's favorite candy. It may be similar to
Yeah,
yours.
no, when you told me that, I was like, I literally just flashed back to my grandmother being like, and it's like, oh, yeah, you can't call them those.
Mimo, you can't say that.
Meemaw, for the love of fuck, shut up.
Yo, yours is a Mimo. Mine's a Mimo.
Well, my grandmother on my dad's side, or my dad's mom, I just call grandmother, but like my great grandmother.
So you don't like her?
No, I do. It's just always been weirdly formal with her. Just weirdly formal lady. Sarah thinks it's weird too, but
That is weird.
my great grandmother's Meemaw.
Mimo, okay. So I've got a Mama and a Mimo.
Well, we have Meemaw, and then my mom's grandmother's Mamaw. So we got Meemaw and a Mamaw.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
You got a Memo too.
And I got a Papaw. Well, I did. He died. But
I didn't have any my grandfathers both passed before I was born, so
that's scams.
couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Anyway.
But,
That was basically my the saving grace of the South in my book is also only there because of the horrific things that they did.
Sure.
Putting in slavery. So, and then co-opting pretty much every great thing that the slaves brought over.
I know,
Whether
right?
it be food, whether it be music, and then, instilling Christianity into the slaves making gospel music.
out of that.
Yeah.
Which is, I love gospel music. Kirk
Same.
Franklin.
It
I'm a
slaps.
big fan of Kirk Franklin.
Dude, I do not care for Christianity, but I will have a fantastic time in a black church.
Black churches are better.
I've been to quite a few. I was like, playing drums in them for a little while, and they were saying some
Pretty
shit I didn't
homophobic
care
said.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
It's
homophobia
par for the course.
in some
Yeah.
black churches. Yeah, and I was just like, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all are amazing. Can't do it.
Yeah.
But black church is fun, man.
Yeah. As long as you're not gay.
Yeah. I ain't gay no more.
Yeah.
I like women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
It's
my
a
favorite videos.
Well, if you ever need to pause the episode, you're thinking about the implications, the horrific, sinister reach of white supremacists, especially in our current government or any point in history, just do what I do. Pause it. Maybe put on some like nice ambient music and just close your eyes. Picture yourself at Gettysburg and imagine someone in a gray uniform just screaming their fucking head off as someone saws through their leg bone.
You can get to go, fuck you hug ass, motherfucker ass, cracker ass, bitch.
Yep. It helps if you're driving while you yell that too. Okay.
And real quick before
Yes.
we go back, in Rayon City's defense of how terrible and super shitty it is, and having the
Well, that's the weird thing, though. Like, that's like one example, but there's a few places where you're like, ugh, and there's other places where you're like, well, that seems nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say
I don't know. That's a weird little pocket.
Rayon City. It makes sense that it's there because it literally is like 5-10 minutes away from the Hermitage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you don't know anything about history, the Hermitage is Andrew Jackson's home plantation.
Yeah.
So he did have tons of slaves that he would mutilate and do tons of terrible things while also actively participating in the genocide of Native Americans for fun.
Yeah.
That was literally a hobby of his.
The Trail of Tears was like his pet project, basically.
Yeah.
It is all through our city.
Yeah, it
Look,
is.
There's so many brown signs, which is denoting historical markers or, state parks, whatever. We have so many trails of city.
Yeah, we have Natchez
Oh,
Trace, which is
yeah.
beautiful, but it's one of it is part of the Trail of Tears, which, if you don't know, is essentially when a whole bunch of white people took a whole bunch of Native Americans and basically said, "Keep walking until you die."
If you look, I'm just gonna say,
Just
if
poking them with pitchforks.
if you do
until they
not
left town.
know what the Trail of Tears is, legitimately, listener, pause this and go research that, because you should know. It is a horrific act of
and
genocide
then
where
watch a
people.
cartoon and then maybe
Yeah,
tune
and then
back in.
toke up and watch like an episode of Adventure Time or something, and then
And
then come back.
If you think, how bad is it to walk? Well, also remember that a lot of the Trail of Tears is walked during the winters of the South with people that were barefoot. There were multiple accounts.
Starving people that are barefoot, that are being shot, whipped, beaten, and they're just dropping people as they go.
Yeah.
Like they're literally just leaving. Like if let's say and this is just for round numbers, right? This is not, but it's like millions of Native Americans being taken out of mostly around here, and then like Virginia, North Carolina being having their territory shrunk, and then being death marched to Oklahoma and the western territories at this time, and their just territory continuously shrinking and shrinking while soldiers beat, rape, mutilate, torture, and kill them, and they're just leaving a trail of carcasses.
So that being said, the president
As we rebranded to the Trail of Tears.
the president that took part in that, supported that, had slaves, and for a person that lives kind of close to that to support the South,
Sure.
it kind of is par for the course in that person's defense.
It is unfortunately par for the course.
It'd make it me sad, though.
It making me sad.
It'd make me sad. The Southern food don't make up for it.
How much I prefer the marinara. And now that we have the power, not the white power, to move through this script, let's get into another American tragedy, Ruby Ridge.
I feel the white power.
I feel it coursing through me with white Jesus. Now, let me start this off by saying I am no fan of the police, to say the least. And we're about to meet our old friends, the FBI.
Ooh.
So let me tell you.
Female body inspector.
That's right. So let me tell you, right up front, no one is going to come out of this story looking clean.
Honka honka.
Not even the FBI?
No, sir.
But they're there to protect and serve and help the American people.
But fidelity, bravery, and integrity, just like J. Edgar Hoover said.
Female body inspection.
That's right.
Honka honka.
Fart butt indigo.
Keep saying that every time, Grant.
I will.
Now, I know that our pedo-in-chief famously claims that there are good people on both sides of the white supremacy spectrum, but I'm here to tell you that just ain't true. So let's meet our doomed main characters for this story, Randy and Vicky Weaver.
Immediate heartburn.
You guys are degenerates.
That is unpleasant.
This is not
It
brought
gets
to you by
worse.
Jepson's Malort. Now, if you guys want to sponsor us, that'd be great.
One third of the podcast will be very excited to have you sponsor us.
That's true. Only me.
I can't believe you thought that would do anything other than what it's doing to you right now.
Oh, it's way worse than I remember.
It's like
I
a
haven't had
burning
it.
rubber band.
I
What's wrong
haven't
with
had
you?
it in years.
Have you ever melted a rubber band and drank it?
That's my lord.
And then pretended to put some grapefruit flavoring in there?
Oh, Jesus, that was horrendous. Where'd you put it?
Behind you. So it can haunt your dreams.
I got the lid. Okay, carry on, Joseph.
Now I'll wait.
Oh, sure.
Are we good?
Let this be dead air.
Listen, I'm not the one doing this. Okay.
Yes, you are. You're in the episode. Let's go.
Randy Weaver was born in Iowa on January 3rd, 1948, to, you guessed it, heavily religious parents. So religious, in fact, that they struggled with fitting into churches and had to move from congregation to congregation and denomination to denomination.
They were too woke?
The other side.
No, I'm saying the family went to the church. It was like too woke.
Oh, yes. No, yeah.
Church,
they went to...
Too woke.
They went to...
Wow.
Yeah, basically what my dad did with us when we were younger, and he kept getting kicked out of churches, but it was a combination of him getting into fights with his parishioners, because my dad was a preacher for a while.
Yeah.
Getting into fights with his parishioners, sleeping around with the parishioners, and showing up drunk at the pulpit. But he would generally say that they just didn't understand God like he did.
I really hate to say it, Joseph.
Don't say it. Don't do what you're going to do.
You know what? Let's just carry on.
I know what you're going to say. Be like, what a hero.
I mean, I was going to say, sounds like he was right.
But that's how we ended up going to a lot of black churches, and black church was way more fun.
There's
and
so
then
much more fun.
then we ended at Pentecostal, and handling snakes was not as fun. Anyway, and as someone whose dad was a preacher, and the kind of preacher where we also had to bounce from church to church, I can somewhat relate to this family up until it gets a little crazier.
So we should thank God that you didn't go down this route.
Yes, that is. Yes, it could have been very different. So, little Randy grows up in the cornfields, and after graduating high school, decides to enlist in the United States Army in 1968, which is basically the height of the Vietnam War.
Sure, he enlisted when they were pulling lottery.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yes. So,
Immediate grunt then.
oh yeah, immediate grunt. But remember this because it is going to come up later. He volunteered for Vietnam. Weaver did actually train in special forces and qualified as a Green Beret.
Wow.
Yeah. So he
In
was
the late 60s and 70s? That's pretty impressive.
Where did they put him?
he served from 1968 to 1971, but he never actually went to Vietnam. He was stationed almost the entire time at Fort Bragg in North Carolina as a combat engineer and instructor. So while he was able to qualify as a Green Beret, he never even one time saw action.
Sure.
So just keep that in the back of your
No, I
head.
got it.
While on leave, Randy met Vicky back in his hometown, and a month after his honorable discharge, he married her. Oh. The Weavers lived in holy white matrimony for years, but the haunting specter of radicalized fake news was waiting for them. But this time it was Christian flavored. Vicky and Randy had gotten a hold of a copy of the 1970 book, The Late Great Planet Earth. And y'all, if you have never heard of this book, whoo boy, it's a page turner. To summarize it very briefly, The Late Great Planet Earth is a theological study, quote unquote, of dispensational premillennialism and an interpretation of the book of Revelations. So in non-crazy Christian speak, dispensational premillennialism is the theological study of the Bible and Christian faith broken down into different eras, called dispensations. Now, in these dispensations, these are different historical eras, God interacts with his chosen followers in different ways. Sometimes he appears to give warnings. Sometimes he appears to give them new edicts of faith, or most commonly, to bring about the second coming of Jesus and the apocalypse upon the earth.
Right. Sometimes he floods the planet. Sometimes he asks one random dude to kill his son, just for giggles.
Sometimes he appears as a burning bush before some other dude to give him some advice.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is that God comes and gives his worshipers what they need in that moment.
Right.
Right. And the end-all, be-all of the book of Revelations is that Jesus Christ will come down on a burning chariot. And look, if you haven't read the book of Revelations, we'll talk about it a little bit, but you should fucking read it.
It's metal.
It's metal as fuck.
Yeah.
It's cool as shit.
It's also very threatening.
It's extremely threatening.
For the record, this is one thing that I always love to bring up near the end of Revelations, it very clearly says, "Do not add or take away anything from this book, or you shall be like condemned to hell for all of eternity." It gets into way more in depth.
It does.
But it's something that I like to bring up when people like call Mormonism part of Christianity, because Mormonism very much directly goes against that. A lot of the edits that we have in Christianity vehemently go against that. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
So just remember, a lot of Christianity in itself goes against itself.
It does.
Well, yeah, I also think it's important to remember that this, by the time that you're reading like the King James version of the Bible, that is you're literally playing telephone. That's a translation of a translation.
It has gone
right?
through translation after translation. It has gone through council after council, pope after pope, people cutting the Bible, rearranging it, organizing it, translating it, transcribing it, cutting out parts that they don't like
on behalf of themselves.
Exactly. Taking out the book of Judas, the book of Mary Magdalene. I mean, the Dead Sea Scrolls, I mean, the Bible is not a book. It's a library. And it has been presented as a book by so many different people for so many different motivations.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of putting it. I mean, it's like you go to a buffet and you don't get to pick the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is definitely a redacted library of how do I put this? Very much what Joseph Grant said, of many different motivations and accidental wrong interpretations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they were accidental. Like
sometimes they just messed up.
Accidental translations. Yeah.
But like one thing, what was it? Like one of the simplest ones is "Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain." A lot of people, it's a popularized concept. It's like, oh, you can't say like "God damn it."
Right.
That is not what it originally meant. It originally meant like using the Lord's name to do an act of evil, for example.
Yeah. In the name of God.
In the name
exactly.
of God. So
I smite thee. Kind of shit.
Yeah, in the name of God.
I'm
would be
striking you down for him.
Yeah, or
like a crusade.
You don't know.
I was
no
just about to say, think of the Crusades.
Exactly.
Considering like a giant war and genocide of
That is
people
actually-
living on their own
That's
land.
literally sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's literally what that commandment was about, was don't do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
But
At
in
all.
fact, they did that and were like,
Multiple
it's for,
times. Yeah. So, and to really hammer this point home is that when it comes to premillennial dispensational premillennialism, which is just a fun thing to say.
It also does sound like me busting too fast.
It does. It sounds like busting too fast, but it also sounds like something your therapist would say about people in your age range. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of you guys struggle with that at this age group, and
Listen,
it's like
it happens to a lot of men. It
happens to a lot of men at this age. Yeah.
Preliminal disposition.
Look, just right now, you're suffering from predispensational millennialism, and look, it happens to a lot of guys.
Happens to a lot of guys your age.
I get
that's what it
nervous.
feels like. That's what it sounds like to me.
I get nervous, okay?
But
I'm uncomfortable talking on the phone. Right, it happens to a lot.
it happens a lot. Yeah, that's a dispensational premillennialism. I'm sorry. So, but like, really,
Do you suffer from?
do you suffer from dispensational premillennialism? Try new GLP-1s.
Race it all.
So, but to really hammer it home, the main point of this branch of theology is about the book of Revelations and the end.
Yep.
Because according to a lot of modern Christians, and we're going to get into more of it, but so much of what they are geared towards is bringing about revelation. Because
It's happening right now.
there is
Literally right now.
We'll get more into it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Sorry.
So it's not an exaggeration when I say that this troublesome little book, The Late Great Planet Earth, is one of the most widely influential crackpot conspiracy things to ever come out in print that has made such a vast impact on modern Christianity. Trees consider being cut down and printed into this book their version of hell. This book set a pattern for the re-engagement of American evangelicals to come back into the political landscape, and was widely influential on who else but one of the worst people of the modern era, Ronald Reagan. Mm-hmm. The Late Great Planet Earth is legitimately one of the reasons that a non-insignificant portion of the population, including many, many rich televangelists, business people, former presidents like W. Bush, and current presidents like Trump, actually believe, in as much as Trump believes in anything, that America has a sacred, God-given duty to initiate worldwide nuclear genocide in order to bring about the end days and the second coming of the Messiah.
Yep.
Many theologians look at modern right-wing Christianity as a delusional expression of a desire to bring about the Book of Revelations.
Right.
Whether by interpreting it as the 7 churches of Asia or the 7 points on the certain geopolitical maps, whether by saying that appearing in a mouth of fire is nuclear fire. It's just, it's a lot.
And I promise he's not being crazy. Like this is actually things that people in power right now legitimately believe. And they've talked about it on camera.
Yeah, they, in their own words, they say this. I mean, literally, George W. Bush thought that 9/11 and the invasion of Iraq, killing millions and millions of Iraqis, was his biblical duty as a Christian.
Yep.
That he was fighting a holy war against the axis of evil.
And look,
do you remember that?
Believe what you want to believe, but like, fuck, man, like, I don't ever want to believe anything that's going to cause that much pain.
Yeah.
On the planet.
Well, and the end game of Revelations is pain. I mean, the oceans boil away. They turn to blood. I mean, everyone lives through plague after plague. I mean, people legitimately believe this shit. And it's like, it would be like living in the cover art of a Cannibal Corpse album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking, it's crazy. But
somehow Grant will still thrive in that world of pain.
Grant is the only person I think who could survive it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look over to the far left, there's a guy that's like really tired but seemingly fine.
Yeah,
that's just like collecting tools from the fallen and like building a raft and just like very like begrudgingly be like, here, get on.
Eating a rotten apple, like,
that's fine.
It's fuel for today. Anyways, get on. And somebody's like, please help me. It's like, yeah, no, I'm helping.
Yeah, no,
Jesus,
I got you.
Here's my fire extinguisher. All right, here we go. Come on.
So this book, The Late Great Planet Earth.
You're being dramatic. Get on.
We're all tired. We're all hot. You think you're having a bad day.
I've saved 12 other babies like you. Let's go.
So this book, The Late Great Planet Earth, absolutely fucked the Weavers all the way up. As soon as they got their hands on it, it just infected their fucking brainstems. Whatever path they may have been on, they were yanked off of it and put firmly on the world is going to end in gunshots and fire, and we need to be prepared. So Vicky had the idea to move away from the corrupting influence of civilization. And she and Randy moved their small, young family to a 20-acre property in remote Boundary County, Idaho. Yes, an unincorporated place called Boundary County, which just feels like a place that they found on a map in Idaho and said, we're going to stop drawing the map right here because this place
that place
sucks.
is a shithole.
Yeah, this sucks. We're not going further.
Hey, Joseph, do you want this county? Fuck no. Grant, do you want this county? Hell no.
No, thank you. Wait, where is it? Idaho? No.
Yeah. Name it Boundary so people know that's the end of the road. So they move there, they bring their young children, and they build a cabin in 1983. While in Idaho, which Idaho's a fucking trip of a place.
It's a strange state.
It's a strange, violent state.
Yes.
Joseph, real quick, is Vicky hot? Do you have any pictures?
No, she's not.
You know.
I know she's not.
You saw pictures of her?
I did.
She's not hot.
She's not hot. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Sorry. What's this guy's name again?
Randy Weaver.
I'm thinking Randy, he's in the Green Berets. He's talking a big game when he gets back into his hometown because he can big dick everybody, right?
Yeah, because he's like, I was a Green Beret.
I was a Green Beret during the Vietnam War. And like
not dropping that he's never seen action.
Yeah, he doesn't bring that up.
Because he can literally just say, I was a Green Beret in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I imagine he tries to find the hottest girl in town and uses that to just spit game.
All the pictures I saw were several years later, after they had already met, right? And I imagine Vicky is one of those small town beauty queens where for like a couple years they're like, okay, like they're the talk of the town, they're the hottest one in the town, and then it is just that hatred, that small town mentality, and that bad living. Just after a couple of years, immediately just fucking tanks their
skin.
Yeah, it's bad for you
to look that way, or to think that way.
Yeah.
Also, Jamie, I need you to understand that elevated men like Randy, they're not thinking with their dicks. Okay,
Elevated men.
They're thinking about the betterment of white mankind. You know.
Yeah. He just needs to know if she's fertile, baby.
Yeah. See, his smarts.
So he can plow that white field.
I'm gonna go with what Joseph said. She was probably hot at one point
For like a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the kids started coming, and then it just
never recovered.
yeah.
So while in Idaho, Randy runs for sheriff on the slogan, "Get out of jail free," and just stop paying taxes, since he viewed them as a form of economic enslavement by big government.
Ooh. So he's a don't tread on me.
He's a big time don't tread on me guy.
Nice.
Okay, he's pulling me in.
Meanwhile,
You don't have to, like, befriend our characters.
I want to get to know them.
every time we do this, there's always one bad character that you're like, I'm going to immediately latch onto them, and I won't regret it.
Hold on. Hear him out.
And then hold on. He might be okay. We haven't heard the rest of the story. And then 20 minutes later, it's like, I don't agree with that.
Also, remember, Joseph wrote this.
So, meanwhile, while Randy's running for sheriff and not paying his taxes, Vicky is going further and further down the religious rabbit hole and developed a set of Old Testament beliefs. Wrote her own version of the Old Testament.
Ooh.
Now we're getting dicey.
So she's running the show.
She is a 50-50 equal partner in this madness.
Yeah.
So don't start thinking that Vicky's just barefoot and pregnant and like
Right.
not. She's a lunatic.
Hell yeah.
So Vicky convinces herself and their family that they are Israelites and chosen by God to survive the upcoming apocalypse.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She's brainwashed, and then just
even more.
she drank the Kool-Aid and then drank a Red Bull.
She drank the Kool-Aid, she drank a Red Bull, and then she made herself an extra pitcher of Kool-Aid just for herself.
Yeah. And then I like the fact that she went all the way back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, back to the Old Testament, back to the Israelites, back to all of it. And she is doing what a lot of religious people do, which is interpreting their holy, sacred texts in a way that cuts it out from any further context or historical context,
Right.
especially, and sutures it together to make it work just for them.
Right.
And you said she believes her and her family are
Israelites.
Israelites.
Yes, chosen by God to survive the upcoming apocalypse.
But they're not white.
The Israelites
aren't white.
Everyone was white in the Bible, Grant. All the good people were.
Oh, right.
You forgot that part because you're dumb.
That. Yep, I am dumb. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, my great
fucking guy.
grandpappy, he's from North Carolina, and then my great grandpappy was from Israel.
Yeah. And my great
Also
grandpappy
white.
was white.
What's
So
your last
he's
name
gotta be
again?
white,
Smith.
We're the Smiths from Israel.
His name was Moses Smith.
Moses Smith. Things got worse.
Which, for the record, Moses is technically not an Israeli name. Moses is actually an Egyptian name. Keep going.
Okay. I will take that into consideration. Things get worse. By 1989, Randy and Vicky have been going with their friends to meetings of the local white supremacist group, the Aryan Nations. Randy and Vicky become fast friends with the group, finding local connections and community among the other gun-hoarding Christians, of which Idaho has no shortage.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to go to church.
When is this? Is this like, or still we're in the Vietnam era?
84, 85, right?
This is 89.
89.
By the time,
that's when I was born.
Yep. So somewhere, bouncing, blushing baby Grant is kicking around in the world while Randy and Vicky are making best friends and eating, I assume, severely unseasoned casserole with their fellow Aryans.
Yeah, there's a corn and green bean casserole somewhere.
Yeah, and is not even cooked all the way through, let alone spiced. Man, I love some green bean casserole though.
Why?
Fuck.
It's one of my favorites.
Anyway, so Randy meets his new best friend, Gus Magasano, which is Magasano. I think it sounds Italian, and it looks Italian. He meets Gus at the meetings, and for 3 months after he's met Gus, they spend almost every day together.
Oh.
These guys are like fast friends immediately.
Yeah. 2 hatred peas in a shit pod.
Yeah.
Love it.
So they're kicking it. They're having the best time.
The best of friends.
They're reading those zines we talked about, all those little pamphlets and everything that are being distributed.
Just
they're
skipping through a field of flowers.
That's right. Eating macaroni salad that's not even all the way boiled. Now,
shooting road signs.
Shooting road signs, shooting at each other, fucking having the best time, right?
They're laying in the field. Gus, what are you thinking about white supremacy?
Me too.
What's that cloud look like to you? The death of every other race. Me too.
Gus, do you think God is an eggshell white or an ivory white?
Well, Randy, Gus is every shade of white.
A rainbow of white.
The full spectrum of white.
Now, some of Randy's neighbors, however, are not big fans of the Weavers or their new friends that they keep bringing around. Because even though these people are living relatively remote, right? These are people in Idaho who have like pretty fair swaths of land between each other.
Yeah.
They're shooting guns. They're setting off explosives. Grant, you know how it is.
No, I know, like full well. Like my dad lives on my grandfather's property, which is 120 acres.
Yeah.
We've known the neighbor, which is I'd say about 5 miles.
Yeah.
Of land separating us. That's the Tates, right? Ricky Tate.
Yeah.
He's awesome. We've known Ricky Tate for a long time. To the left, not politically, of course, but just geographically.
I assume
from
not
where I'm
politically.
standing. Yeah. No. Is a family that I think we sort of helped kind of drive out. Long time ago. This is my grandfather's time.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of them. The people that moved in after are like newcomers. Now, they've been there for like 50 years or something, but like, we don't like them. I don't even know their name.
Just don't like them.
We don't like them.
Yeah.
Have they done anything that you don't like?
No. Not that I'm aware of. They may have like come hunting like a little too into our property once or twice, but like,
Yeah.
you know. And my dad he also doesn't care, but it's just like, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Now, we like the Tates, and I'm like, okay.
It's kind of like that, where it's like these people have like deep roots in this community, you know what I mean? Community being relative, but Randy and his dipshit white friends are encroaching on their land at times. You know what I mean? They're getting a little too close to their property. They're setting off explosives. They're shooting things. They're like shooting animals that wander too close to their property. You know, they're not, I mean,
Are they eating them?
they're just taking pot shots at country dogs.
No, that's not
you know
cool.
what I mean? They're just being fucking assholes.
Hey, now that dog could be your best friend.
I'm telling you.
And you can also teach that dog to bird. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
They're not good people.
Yeah,
but
no,
they're
clearly not.
But basically, the neighbors are getting real fucking sick of their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they're starting to get suspicious because you see white supremacists, and after a while, they start recognizing them, and they're like, these guys don't look like it's all there. You know what I mean? They look like they're up to some shit, which they kind of are. So one of the Weaver's neighbors actually contacts the FBI and claims that they heard Randy threatening to kill the president or the Pope.
Or
the Pope. Yeah, no, it's quoted from the report. Randy threatening to kill the president or the Pope.
I love how there's the not and
Or the Pope.
Yeah.
Like he's not sure, but he's going to get one of them.
Yeah.
look, I'm either going to drive to D.C. or I'm going to fly to Rome.
Vatican City with my rifle disassembled in the sub compartment.
I don't know yet. It's going to be an interesting Thursday. Like, what the fuck?
So,
Like,
Randy.
Yeah, depending on what my schedule looks like next week, I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. One or the other.
either the president or the Pope. We'll see.
Which I think is very funny. But Randy contests that he never said those things. Now, it's not confirmed if he ever actually did. There's not really witnesses beyond the neighbors who made the report, but he maintained that he never said that stuff.
Now, is Randy a drinking and a drugging, or is he a straight-laced guy?
Randy's more of a drinking guy. You know, there is, I would assume, some drug use, you know what I mean? But he's really more a bottle guy. Keep a bottle company kind of guy.
Sure. So he is...
Not stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say not sober. I mean, clearly he's not stable.
No, he's not. He's not a sober type guy. He's not a straight edge skinhead.
Okay.
Now,
because we are now in the 80s. I just didn't know. Because there's a lot of straight edge skinheads.
There are, and they're insufferable.
And a lot of them are
fucking douchebags
in Idaho and a little further over in the Midwest,
Oregon.
You know?
Yeah. Now, whether this was true or not, it does put the Weavers on the FBI's radar.
Okay.
And the paranoia begins to boil. The FBI investigate because you can't just say, I'm going to kill the president or the Pope and have that be nothing, right? And this is very shortly after Robert James Matthews, while a lot of other people are buying conversion kits to turn guns into full-on autos. There's a lot of this happening, especially in 1989.
Right, and we're not to Waco yet.
We are not.
Right.
But, well, trust me, we'll get there. So the FBI, they take this shit kind of seriously.
Yeah.
And so they start coming around town. They send out their field agents from Boise to go check it out. They're interviewing neighbors. They even go to the Weavers' home itself and interview them. They do conclude that Weaver at least doesn't have immediate plans to assassinate the president or the Pope. So they pull back.
So that's FBI speak for, nah, he too dumb. Don't worry about it.
That's FBI speak for, this guy doesn't look like he can put together a plan.
Right.
So he may be dangerous, but he's not dangerous enough for us to care.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So the FBI pull back.
Okay.
And every time?
Yeah.
All right.
That was his request.
Yeah, that's fine. But the Weavers now know that they've been tagged.
Sure.
And they are not taking it well.
They're on a list, yeah.
And I'm not saying in the Weavers' defense, but the Weavers believe they are being watched by the FBI. And in some small ways, they are.
Right.
They are, in fact, keeping tabs on them because now they're on the radar. So Randy Weaver claimed that the FBI did flyovers of his home, that he was being stalked, and that his family members were being threatened. Now, whether any of that is true, probably not likely, but he was being watched. So Randy confides to his best friend, Gus.
Right.
He starts to fall into a deep pit of despair. He's drinking more. He's getting more agitated. He's having a more difficult time keeping himself together. Gus listens. He talks with him, and he encourages him to start hoarding guns and explosives.
Randy, you know what'll make you feel better?
No, literally. Gus basically tells Randy, you are right to be paranoid. Yeah. And you know how we have guns and explosives? We need a fuckload more. And you need to start getting them.
So good. Since this was technically long enough ago, I'm really enjoying this story.
So Gus validates Randy and tells him he's right to be paranoid. He's right to be concerned. And roughly a year after Gus and Randy have met, Gus comes to Randy's home, middle of the night, tells him he needs help. He needs to buy some sawed-off shotguns.
Right, of course, yeah.
Now, if you don't know, audience, modding a shotgun into a sawed-off is wildly illegal. Every time you shorten the barrel of a shotgun, an ATF agent gets their wings. Mm-hmm. But this is Gus asking him, right? His best friend. Yeah. Truly his best friend in the world.
After a full year. I mean, like 1 whole year.
A whole year.
Yeah.
Which in Idaho is a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But also they've been like hanging out constantly. They've been talking. They're part of the same Aryan Nations group, right? Mm-hmm. Like Randy trusts Gus and he knows he's in trouble. So Randy sells his best friend the guns. Only it turns out that Gus is actually an undercover ATF agent.
Wow.
Named Kenneth Fadley, who's been investigating the Aryan Nation this entire time.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
The entire time, Gus has been Randy, just hanging out with these guys.
Did talk for another hour. I don't even care. Let's go. Oh my God.
That must have been the most fun spy mission of all time.
It must have been great for Randy and horrible for, great for Kenneth. Great for Kenneth, the agent, and horrible for Randy as soon as he realized what was happening.
I mean, I know he's going to get his comeuppance, but I mean, look, I understand what your preface was from earlier now, in the sense that, like, you do hate cops. But there are some gems.
But this is funny as fuck.
It's funny as hell. But, like, could you imagine, like, being stationed? Like, okay, so, like, you know, you apply, you think you're going to do good work, and then they realize, like, oh, you could probably be good for undercover for all of these, like,
and you're like, dude, I'm going to be like fucking 21 Jump Street, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking be undercover. I'm going to do all this cool shit.
James motherfucking Bond.
They're probably going to send me to Miami where I'll have to go undercover as a female body inspector.
Hunka.
And I'll get to sleep with the hottest supermodels.
And I'll be with the Miami baddies just fucking, just cheeked up with all the coke.
Okay.
Oh.
You look really white. You got a pretty good, like, accent going on with you. That's,
you look
like,
racist.
You look kind of racist. So we're going to send you to
he's like, I can do any accent. How's your southern accent?
How's your southern accent? We're going to send you to Boundary County, Idaho.
And you're going to be best friends with a dipshit white supremacist who doesn't stop talking. And we want you to spend every moment of your free time with him.
And now, Jamie, let's go back to laying in the clouds. Just laying in the field looking at the clouds. Like, Gus,
what are you thinking about?
Oh, fuck.
How much I want to fucking kill myself.
I really fucking hated it. This guy's such an asshole.
Oh, me too.
Great white boobies.
How white the clouds are. I love that. Okay, cool. I got it.
Okay. Also,
for a solid year of that.
Okay, so
that's insane.
Grant, also keep this in mind. So, like, you know, in friendship, you share your most, like, intimate and soft moments, whether they be hurtful to you or great moments in your life.
Super vulnerable, you know.
Right before this, I was talking about, like, essentially how a past loved one hurt me a lot.
Yeah.
And I showed to Joseph a very intimate text of something she sent the next day after we first hooked up. Just like, look at this. This is proof.
Yeah.
Randy probably, like, showed some, you know.
Randy showed some cheesecake pictures of Vicky to Gus, and Gus is just like, ugh. She's hot, man. You're one lucky white man.
What a looker. Come on, my guy.
So imagine he chose Randy. Like, Randy, I was undercover the whole time. But you saw
But I cried in front of you.
But I showed you Vicky's cooch.
You saw Vicky's boobies.
And again, Randy, I asked you not to show me. Anyway, you're under arrest.
Is that your real voice?
Yes, I'm actually Kenneth.
But you talk like a cop.
Just put on these fancy bracelets and we're going to the station.
These are nice.
Which is what happens. Kenneth immediately arrests Randy.
Yeah.
He's taken into ATF custody. Now, Kenneth tells Randy that the only way he can avoid jail time is if he becomes an informant and narcs on his white power buddies. Randy tells Kenneth to go fuck himself and claims that the ATF was entrapping him. Which, in all fairness,
technically, yes,
they absolutely entrapped him.
Yeah,
they did.
Did Randy ever ask Gus if he was a cop?
Well, it's funny, Grant, because if someone asks if you're a cop, especially an undercover cop, you have to tell them.
You have to tell them.
And he didn't ask.
Right. But in 1989, yes. Nowadays, no.
No, now they don't tell you shit.
You don't have to, by the way. Seriously.
But for real, they don't have to tell you.
Fellow listeners that may be selling some drugs that should
certain
be
things
absolutely legal, if you ask somebody if they're a cop, if you don't know them, they can say whatever the fuck they want to say nowadays. It is absolutely fine under the Patriot Act. Do not ask that question. If you feel weird, get the fuck out.
It's better to just not do it.
I actually know on firsthand, don't. Like, just leave. If you feel uncool, leave.
If you trust your gut, and also know for 110% legal fact that police have, it has been ruled many times in many courts, police are legally allowed to lie to you and say whatever they want.
Yep, especially in the interrogation room.
Yeah. So don't say shit. The only thing you say is,
Lawyer.
am I being detained? When they say yes, lawyer.
Yep.
If you're not being detained, am I free to go? If you're not free to go, am I being detained? Why am I being detained? Mm-hmm. Other than that,
Then lawyer.
Lawyer. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Just say lawyer.
Lawyer.
Until they get pissed and leave.
Eventually they will. Anyway. They totally entrapped him. So after a while, Randy has a court date set and is released on his own recognizance. The ATF's basic plan was to let him go, let him sleep on it, but keep up the pressure. Because Randy is not a criminal mastermind. And they think...
Really?
Yeah, surprise. And they're reasonably sure that given enough pressure, they can crack him.
Mm-hmm. Do I get my shotguns back or not?
Can I have that sawed off back?
Look real cool.
So the ATF firmly believe that Randy will eventually crack under the pressure and agree to become their CI. And Randy did crack, but not in a way that they wanted. Randy hides himself away at his home and continues stockpiling weapons. His court date comes and goes, and the ATF wonder to themselves, I wonder if that paranoid, isolationist, deeply religious psychosis, white supremacist that we drove into an even deeper violent paranoia is planning anything. So, a bench warrant is issued for Randy Weaver's arrest, but no one is sent for him, no law enforcement. The U.S. Marshals send a letter to the Weavers' home and request Randy to turn himself in. Randy absolutely does not turn himself in.
Dude, the ATF was like, we'll just send the police department, and the police department was like, I ain't going over there.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna shoot my head off.
Yeah, Randy's fucking crazy. He was a Green Beret.
They're like, okay, fine, sheriff's department, y'all go handle it. And they're like, we're more racist than he is. What are you talking about?
So then they finally send the U.S. Marshals, and the U.S. Marshals are like, we'll mail him a letter.
Yeah.
Which is what happens. So Randy does not turn himself in. In fact, he kind of does the opposite. He starts going around town openly bragging to people about how he's a Green Beret, how he served in Vietnam, and that he will kill any federal agent that dares to show his face at his home. He starts making up stories about his time in the jungles of Vietnam, about how he would torture VC insurgents, about villages he would burn down, about women he would rape, all kinds of fucked up shit.
Gross.
Yes, he is making himself out to be John Rambo, but if John Rambo wasn't a movie character, but an actual, basically just a monster Vietnam soldier.
This is the weirdest version of stolen valor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, oh my God, there's been so much psychology developed around guys that came back like that.
Yes. He is basically cosplaying as a deeply PTSD riddled veteran, but bragging about it. And he claims that he will treat any U.S. Marshal or ATF agent the same way he did the Viet Cong. He will tie them to trees, put bamboo splinters under their fingernails. Sure. He'll torture the shit out of them. He's talking a big fucking game, and he's talking all around town. Every bar he goes into, every fucking restaurant, every grocery store he goes into, he recognizes someone, he starts talking mad shit. Mm. Now, if you remember, Randy never actually served in combat. However, the U.S. Marshals don't know that. And when they hear that Weaver's going around town talking mad shit, they believe they're about to go try and arrest Rambo. So they send another letter to the Weaver home, which seems like not much of an escalation, but it's a pretty strongly worded letter.
Pretty please with sugar on top. Can you come unarmed?
Please come and turn yourself in.
This guy sounds like a badass. Okay, send him a strongly worded.
Put it in bold.
At the top in bold, say, as per my last letter.
Now, we're all aware that cops will give a lot of leeway to white people. You know, a lot of white people go in, do a mass shooting, do a crazy act of violence, and they end up getting arrested, taken in alive when a lot of people, you see, Tamir Rice, 12-year-old, playing with a toy gun in a park, gets shot before the car is even fully stopped.
Yep.
Right. We all know this. So, and unbelievably, the U.S. Marshals in their letter advise Randy that he has a month-long grace period to turn himself in. They give this mug a month. Say,
Wow.
as per our previous letter, we're pretty interested in arresting you, bucko. So we're going to give you a month to do it.
Yeah.
If that month ends, we're going to have some problems.
We're going to put on our mean faces.
Well, that month comes and goes. The U.S. Marshals and the ATF decide it's time for a good old-fashioned siege.
Mm-mm.
Now, at the time of the siege, Randy and Vicky had 4 homeschooled children. Sarah, age 16, Samuel, age 14, Rachel, 10, and Elisheba, biblical name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They went.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well, they're Israelites, Grant.
I know, but I couldn't help but notice Rachel was that and then went full
Yeah.
hog, like fully. in.
Sarah, Samuel, Rachel, Elisheba. All biblical names, but 3 of them got off better than the others.
Yeah.
So, 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old. Elisheba is a 10-month-old. Now, if you remember our story about Robert Matthews, the incident in Ruby Ridge was around the same time as his home being stormed by the FBI. And there are flash fires of other far-right militias popping up all over the country like weeds. So when the U.S. Marshals and ATF decide to go in, they go in hard. And they include the FBI's hostage rescue team in the plans.
Okay.
Now, the hostage rescue team is essentially FBI's version of SWAT. They call them the hostage rescue team because, in all fairness, they are trained to extract hostages from extremely violent situations. However, their main training lies in firefights, counterinsurgency, and breaking into places where people don't want them to be broken into. Right. They call them hostage rescue team like it's like kind of like a,
A PR move.
Yeah, thank you. PR move, exactly.
No, that's a good way of saying it. Yeah.
So, August 21st, August 21st, 1992, deputies of the U.S. Marshal, as well as the FBI HRT team, surround the Weaver's home. You didn't honka that time.
Oh, I'm sorry, honka.
Thank you. Now I'm used to it. Inside the home are Randy, Vicky, their children, and Randy's friend, Kevin Harris, also a part of the Aryan Nations. But he's a real one. He's not an undercover agent. Or is he? He's not.
Okay.
Second undercover. For 11 days, they engage in a standoff.
And not to interrupt you here, but I think it's important for our listeners to know, Cotton Eye Joe had just come out.
That is actually relevant.
And it was like a really big hit.
It was huge.
Immediately. So, they're blaring Cotton Eye Joe 24/7 as loud as they can play. All right, go ahead.
Hang on.
No, that's important historical context.
I heavily gasped because I just put it together. The reason why Gus did what he did, or what was his name, Spencer?
Kenneth.
Kenneth, yeah.
Gus did what he did to Randy was because none of the Aryan nations believed Gus's story, but I bet Randy did.
Yeah. I think there's a reason that Gus Kenneth have fixated so heavily on Randy because the others could probably smell a rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so.
They probably figured out this guy's not a real white supremacist.
Yeah.
And then
He smiled at a black lady the other day.
yeah, but they all trusted Randy because Randy is through and through. He is what he is.
Yes.
And they trust him, and so that's why he wanted Randy as a CI.
Yeah. Randy's too stupid to be insincere.
Yes.
And he knew that if he got Randy, the guy that everyone fucking trusts, he's got him, right?
Yeah.
He's got a reliable pipeline of information.
And so that being said, I get the vibe that when Randy told everybody, he's like, can you believe Gus was his real name is Kenneth, and he's part of the FTA. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking told you.
Yeah. I told you he was
Several
fishing.
times, Randy. Damn it.
Almost every day I asked if you were still hanging out with that guy.
You understand how quickly he liked you? We don't like you.
And you're white.
Like I'm willing to bet they were like, let's go fishing, and Gus Kenneth did not know how to fish, and they were like,
That's suspicious.
Gus, can you put a worm on that? And he's just like squirming, like
Yeah, he's just like, oh, it's icky. I don't like this. This is.
he ain't no country boy.
You want to go fly fishing, Gus? And he's just like, I don't really like fly fishing. And the rest of them are like,
Well, he is right. There's not a lot of rivers around here.
yeah,
Okay, maybe he is.
maybe.
Or he said something weird like,
Hey, Gus, you want to go cork and bob fishing? What's that? He's not right.
He's something off
That
about
boy,
him. I
right?
don't like him.
He was like, oh no, this food's too salty. It's like,
Yeah, they're like, you want a steak? And he's like, no, I don't really eat meat. And they were just like,
Hey, what's your steak done? Mid well or well done? I'm more of a mid rare guy.
he said, do you guys have any hot sauce? And they're like,
oh, sorry, I'm gluten allergy. It was just one red flag for them after another. And like, we can't trust that boy.
just like, nah, I don't like this guy. There's something fucking off about him. So they get to the Weaver's home. They stop, drop, and set up shop. Right?
Nice.
Cover up the exit. Thank you.
He's a goddamn poet.
I'm trying.
What about me, huh?
You'll get your turn.
Thank you. Thanks. See, Joseph believes in me.
I do. Believe in you more than you know. For 11 days, they
He is
watched
right,
the
though.
house.
You're doing great.
Well, thank you.
Whenever you write your scripts, you do have great wording. I love your punchlines.
Got a touch
Thanks,
of poetry to it, baby.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in my element. I'm having
Yeah.
a great time. I've been really as difficult as it is to talk about these stupid motherfuckers and as like infuriating as it can be. I genuinely do think it's important to understand this stuff in order to truly be able to eliminate it and understand and explain what's happened to our world, our country, and what's happening with the delusion that so many of our unfortunate fellow countrymen are under, and what's the best way to get rid of it.
Yep.
And also, just again, to be honest, I grew up around a lot of people like this and could have in a different universe been one of these people.
Yeah.
And I try really hard to be not just like not racist, but anti-racist.
Yeah.
You know, and to like help and understand and
if
learn.
you're born with like 4 less brain cells.
Oh, dude, yeah. If I'd been dropped 1 or 2 more times, then this could have been me.
If I had like 1 less concussion or 1 more concussion when I was growing up, I don't know. Could have gone a different way.
Maybe the concussions made you the way you are. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if you got
you
no
have just
concussions,
the right amount of concussions.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, you know, you get kicked by a mule, eyes crossed. Get kicked by a mule again, your eyes crossed back to
Yeah.
regular.
It's like handsome Squidward.
Right. But you get kicked by that mule the 3rd time, we don't know what happened.
Yeah, you might be dangerous now. And suddenly Grant's not allowed around knives.
Exactly. Grant's killed 12 people.
Yeah, suddenly someone else is making grilled cheeses for Grant because he can't be trusted around the stove.
Grant fell down the concrete stairs and like came to and was like, oh, equal rights for all. And they were like,
Which is what happened to me last week. And then Grant falls off of the pull-up bars or the monkey gym situation straight onto gravel onto his head. And they're like, okay, maybe he's better. You know?
How do you feel about race mixing? I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
And then drop him again.
And then Grant gets hit on the backswing with a golf club, and he is who you see now.
And here we are, the fun, funky, fresh guy you see before you. I've just brain damaged enough to be cool.
Exactly.
how do you feel, Grant? I want to play some drums.
And they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. That's fine, I guess.
Damn, he's pretty good.
He is pretty good, man. I should have hit him
rhythm,
more.
yeah.
Yeah. This man can dance like a black.
don't want to derail this. So at the either our outro or after the podcast, I have found the best, and I want you to come with me because I've been talking to Grace about taking like dance classes.
Yeah.
There's a spot in Hendersonville. It's amazing.
I'll go with you.
So excited, dude.
I would love to learn to dance.
There's a whole bunch, but all I'll say right now, open bar on Saturdays. And if you sign up for dance classes, you're then.
You know what? I need to get drunk to dance anyway, so I mean, we might as well. I like that. Let's do it.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's awesome.
So, 11 days of a standoff. Now, what's he? A lot of this is crazy, but this part just fucking made me chuckle, and also I was like, "What? Really?" Crazily enough, current talk show or former talk show host and current Fox News anchor Geraldo Rivera gets wind of the situation.
Sure.
The guy, one of the guys from Fox and Friends,
Yeah,
Geraldo.
fuck that guy, dude.
Fucking piece of shit.
I hate that guy so
A lot of people, I feel like, don't know or forget that he
He's such a
he
piece of
had a
shit.
daytime talk show where he
did,
would
and
basically
he was
did like
the worst.
He was the worst. He did just complete taking advantage of people
Yes.
and just fucking like basically being like, look at these freaks on stage. Like if the guy
The
who
UFO
died, Jerry's
episode that we have.
yep. He did shit like that. It was basically like if Jerry Springer wasn't funny and more tragic.
Yeah.
You know, Geraldo actually gets wind of this situation because the siege has lasted for 11 days, right? No one's shooting. Not yet. No one, the ATF and the FBI's HRT are hanging tight. So Geraldo takes his personal helicopter and decides to do the only sensible thing, which is to fly over the Weavers' home as it's being besieged.
Cool.
Anything for a story, right?
Yeah.
The U.S. Marshals, for whatever reason, probably because they're a bunch of dipshit cops, said, go ahead, Geraldo. You are, hey, clear airspace for you. They allow it, and then after the flyover are contacted by Rivera, who claims that there were shots fired from the home at his helicopter, which prompts the U.S. Marshals to take a more aggressive stance. It is worth noting, however, that in the aftermath of all of this, Geraldo's helicopter pilot testified under oath that there were no shots fired at them.
Well, the U.S. Marshals gave him the leeway in my head because they wanted to escalate it without them having to do
That's
anything
absolutely, yeah, for sure. Because if they start shooting or to getting aggressive, then
They get
that's
in
a
trouble.
problem. Right, exactly. But if friendly Geraldo, Fox News guy, goes over and he gets a couple shots taken at him,
Well, that's just
Well, then
good
they just got
television, and then they now have the green light.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, helicopter pilot testified under oath they were not shot at.
Sure.
The state attorney general of Idaho testified that that was inaccurate, as did the U.S. Marshals,
Of course.
which is comforting because we all know that cops and lawyers never lie,
Right.
contrary to what we've said earlier.
Especially elected policing figures.
Yes, elected policing figures and elected legal, government legal appointees. Now, true or not, the U.S. Marshals decide to do a recon mission of the home and see what would be the best possible way to break in should they need to. During the reconnaissance, the U.S. Marshals stumble upon Kevin Harris, Randy's friend, and Randy's 14-year-old son, Samuel, who are walking the perimeter of their property with Samuel's dog, Stryker.
Okay. And this is 20 acres, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Kevin and Randy's son, Sam, are just wandering their property and just basically just kind of surveying it because they know they're being besieged right now, right? But they're not firing. They're just walking the perimeter. The U.S. Marshals immediately shoot and kill Sam's dog, Stryker. Cops love killing dogs, and you don't have to take my word for it. According to the U.S. Justice Department's own numbers, on average, cops kill 25 to 30 dogs every single day. And we have probably
Jesus
every
Christ.
single day, if you average out the numbers, 25 to 30 dogs are shot by police. And it's not just,
for funsies.
Well,
and a lot of times
they almost always claim that as like an aggressive threat, right? Like this
Can't they just mace a dog?
person that they
can.
Of course you can. Yeah, you can also shoot it with a trank. I mean, animal control does that on a regular basis.
they also have those like those loop
Lassos,
things.
yeah. What do they call those?
I don't know what they call them, but they're like loops on the end of the things that you can just get. You can get any dog into one of those. For anything from a Doberman to a fucking Saint Bernard to a fucking Chihuahua, you get one of those. You can get it pretty easily.
I just don't see why. I'm not saying you should mace a dog, but that's such an easy.
The alternative to shooting it.
Yeah, it's way better. Also, a dog is gonna stop doing whatever the fuck it's doing if you mace it.
Dog's done. Dog's not gonna.
Like
dog's gonna stop.
Yeah, the dog, like the nose is 1,000 times stronger than
something like it's crazy.
It's something
like
insane.
10,000 times stronger than our eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say,
you like
that I've got
when
a
they shoot
frog
dogs
in my throat. Fuck no.
You like it when cops
saying
kill dogs?
Fuck no. I'm saying that if I am in Randy's position, for whatever reason, it would not be for white supremacy.
Sure.
But you know that I'm going to have a dog.
Yeah.
And they've surrounded me for some reason. Maybe it's like 10 years down the road, and we've now started to hunker down because we said too much shit on this goddamn podcast. And I not only have my dogs, but I got some more dogs.
Yeah.
I promise you that. If they shoot one of those dogs, I am going to go full Rambo.
Yes.
I am going to jump through the front window of my home that I'm hunkered down in, and I'm just going to start fucking spraying bullets. I can tell you that right now.
I pray for the man
you
that kills
piss me off, kill my fucking dog. I will kill you and everybody you've ever known.
If you guys remember that time I was walking Ginger and I got surrounded by cops and Ginger started kind of getting her hackles up and everything. Again, for people that's an older episode we did it on, but she was a 13-year-old Rottweiler who was deaf.
She wasn't even a Rottweiler though.
She's a Rottie mix.
I know, but I'm saying
she
was a little cutie pie.
She was like a 60-pound rot mix.
She was a little snuggle muffin.
That was very stinky and snuggly, and
she smelled so bad.
She did. She was my stinkiest princess, and I miss her so much. But she was deaf as fuck, deaf as a stump, and mostly blind, and very sweet. Had maybe 6 or 7 teeth left. You know. Very sweet dog.
She's the best.
And she got her hackles up a little bit when I got surrounded because she's picking up on my vibe. Yeah. And there's also a bunch of people holding guns surrounding me. And one of the cops was like, "Oh, she aggressive?" And I literally flashed in my mind an image of them killing her and me thinking, I guess I'm just gonna have to kill this cop.
All of these cops.
I guess I'm just gonna have to because I don't know that I'm gonna be able to not do it. You know?
Yeah.
And we've all
the John Wick movies are good.
They are good.
They're good. They're very well made. I'm not big on the action movies for action's sake. I like choreography, I really do. But
try Jason Statham movies, dog.
I'm really much more into character development and dialogue and actual plot and stuff. But that first John Wick movie, I was like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I 100% understand.
I would also come out of retirement. Also, if I didn't know how to fight like John Wick, I'm pretty sure I could survive the first 3/4 of that movie because you just killed my fucking dog.
Yeah. The rest of it's going to be rage that I'm running on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
I wouldn't sleep for days.
I don't know if you guys have seen the video of that woman in New York who she was yelling because the Knicks won and her I believe it was a Labradoodle was shot by the cops because her neighbor thought something might have been happening to her because there was a bunch of shouting and she was trying to get a hold of her neighbor was trying to basically contact her and say, "Hey, are you okay?"
She's just excited about the sports game.
She was, and the neighbor did a stupid thing, which is involve the police. Never involve the police unless you literally have no other alternative.
That is
because
true,
this woman...
First of all, they're stupid. Second of all, they're probably busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Killing homeless people or black teenagers or whatever.
Or
beating their
hopefully
wives.
Doing
fighting
something.
crime.
Hopefully.
But don't waste their time because these people that aren't your skin color are having a barbecue in a public space and they're bothering you. Fucking kill yourself before you call the cops.
But this woman's celebrating the Knicks, super happy and everything, and man, it is just fucking heartbreaking because 6 cops come to her place and they are banging on the door and she's like, "What do you guys want?"
Yeah.
And her dog, which is again, I believe a Labradoodle, wearing a Knicks jersey, a little dog jersey.
Cute.
Walks out the door because it's runs out the door because it's
hey,
oh yeah,
friends.
he's like, oh my
because
god,
it's a Labradoodle.
There's a bunch
hey,
of
friends.
noise and a bunch of people, and they just instantly shoot this thing 3 times in the center mass, and this woman is crying and just holding her dog, and it's like heartbreaking. And that kind of shit happens on average 25 to 30 times every single day in the United States.
See,
Well, fun fact
that's where the lawsuit should stick, and they should get ripped from most of their funding. Like, I look, whatever you want to say, like, I have hope for humanity, but if you kill somebody's dog, you're done. You've no
given
longer
up the
have
right
that
to a
job.
life.
You're not allowed to own that gun.
Yeah.
You do not have that position anymore. And also, they get the right to sue you for as much money as they want.
Yeah, but a Labradoodle is the dog that's closest to the wolf. It's a very dangerous dog.
Only thing more dangerous than a Labradoodle is a pug.
I think like a Shih Tzu, maybe. You know,
Shih Tzu, yeah.
Or Pomeranian. Those are terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Little Pomsky,
Yeah, especially when they're hanging out in that little bag.
Yeah,
they can fling them at you.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
It's like a bazooka. You know, you just press a button.
yeah.
the U.S. Marshals claimed they were fired upon first, which of course they would. They always say that. Whoever started it, as soon as Sam's dog was dead, a shootout started, much like we just talked about. Now, Kevin, Randy's friend, is shooting at the U.S. Marshals. U.S. Marshals are shooting at him and Samuel. 14-year-old Samuel, who was armed, runs from the gunfight, turns tail and decides, you know what, I'm going back to the house. He is shot in the back and killed by U.S. Marshals as he's running. Kevin
Not
shoots...
as sad as the dog, but that is
Not as sad, but, you know, sad. Especially to be shot in the back while you're running away,
Right.
you know. Kevin shoots the deputy marshal, William Deegan, in the chest and kills him, and then actually manages to escape back to the house. They have to leave Samuel behind. Kevin gets back to the house, tells the Weavers about Samuel's death, which only bolsters their refusal to surrender. The FBI hostage rescue team moves to engage with the family and are
honka.
And are given the rules of engagement. Any man armed with a rifle is fair game. The firefight begins in earnest, and almost immediately Randy Weaver is shot through one of the windows and wounded. Kevin Harris is critically wounded, shot, I believe it was through his lung, and is bleeding out in the house. During the standoff, FBI sniper Lon Haruichi shoots Vicky Weaver through the forehead while she's holding her 10-month-old daughter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Haruichi claims he shot her accidentally and
Whoopsie daisy.
and that the bullet passed through a doorway which altered its trajectory, which is the FBI's official stance.
Wow.
Now, if you ask Randy...
I tripped and I hit the bullseye. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, that's how I won the dart tournament. I don't know. Like, I had loose shoelaces. It was nuts. The sun was in my eyes.
Kevin, while still bleeding out, shot through the lung, goes and retrieves the 10-month-old Elisheba.
Wow.
Yeah, crawls over, gets her. According to Randy's testimony, his wife Vicky had been standing in the window, holding like an arm up, basically saying, "We'll stop.
Stop
We'll
shooting.
give up.
I've
got the baby.
Yeah,
We'll stop." Shot through the forehead. Kevin crawls over, gets the baby, retreats back further into the house with Randy.
Now, remember, Cotton Eye Joe is blaring the
Cotton Eye Joe was blaring the entire time.
Randy, turn it up.
Sorry, this just got a little too real.
No, that was needed. That was much needed. After the shooting dies down, the agents pull back and continue the siege. The FBI finally decides maybe we shouldn't just kill all of them and brings in civilian negotiator and activist Bo Gritz.
Oh, Bo Gritz.
Bo Gritz, former U.S. Special Forces soldier. Gritz was an activist for POW MIA soldiers, but before you start thinking too highly of him, this guy was also an active in the Christian Patriot militia movements. Gritz also ran for president in 1992 with the admittedly catchy slogan, "All you need is God, guns, and grits."
Yeah.
Which
I
is
actually do know who Bo Gritz is.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Gotta give him props.
Love that guy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. The FBI's reasoning, I assume, was you need a lunatic to talk to another lunatic.
Grits sounds like he should be running his own restaurant or car dealership.
Yes.
And instead he's doing what?
Hostage negotiations.
Hostage negotiations. And then decides to run for president.
And then, yes.
Around the time of Nader and then that teeny tiny weirdo millionaire guy.
Ross Perot.
Perot, yeah. There was an era where we had Nader, Grits, and Perot.
God, sometimes I think about like if Nader had been president, I'm like, it'd be so much better right now.
We'd have a lot less done, which I mean in a good way.
I think so. Yeah, I think we'd have stalled for a couple of years, but we would now be in on a better track than we would be now.
Right. It would be like an era of like, it's fine. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Everybody go to work. Everybody do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we need to go fix that bridge. I tell you what,
Nice.
let's fix
the fucking bridge.
Yeah.
Come on down to Grits Nissan.
Nissan, Hyundai, Subaru, and whatever else we can find.
That's what,
All you need is a Nissan, God, and Grits.
That's what Jamie was working on the whole time.
The whole time,
It's
yeah.
Bo
He's just like,
Grits'
Bo Grits.
fucking
What's
marketing
it? Yeah. Grits, Dodge, Chrysler, GMC. Which,
like he gets rid of Toyotathon because he can't, like he has to compete with them.
Yeah.
But he comes up with some stupid.
come get
other
a
name.
bowl of grits at the Grits Bowl-a-thon. Bowl. If you get 3 strikes in a row, you get a certified 1993 Sierra on me.
And a bowl of grits.
And a bowl of grits.
I wouldn't lie to you.
And then the commercial ends with him just firing an M16 into the air.
In slow motion.
Which, to Grits's and the FBI's, sort of the FBI's credit, it totally worked. On August 30th, Harris, Weaver, and his surviving children surrendered to the FBI and were taken into custody.
That guy must have been one smooth talker.
Smooth motherfucker, dude.
You couldn't get me to surrender if you shot my wife square in the forehead.
Yeah.
Holding my 10-month-old baby.
Grits. He's smooth as a bowl of grits, my friend. Come on, it's Bo Grits.
I'm smoother than the butter in a bowl of grits, baby.
Gets that job done, baby.
Grits can talk any woman or man into bed, for that matter. Grits puts backs on mattresses and he gets guns out of hands. This man was able to talk them out after his 14-year-old son was shot in the back and his wife was shot through the forehead by a sniper.
And they killed a dog.
And they killed their dog. And Grits,
Just a slab
smooth
of
as
melting
silk,
butter on a Sunday morning.
talked him out of fucking retaliating, talked him out of the house. So I don't know. Grits might be awesome. I don't think he is, but he's
not a good guy, but he's
not
awesome.
a good guy, but he's awesome. So, the aftermath of Ruby Ridge was felt throughout the entire United States. From Waco to Oklahoma City, people looked at this as a case of the government coming down on a small, isolationist family and not allowing them to live their lives. They entrapped them, and then they punished them. For better or worse, Ruby Ridge became a rallying cry among the American gun-toting Christian right. They showed this as evidence that there was, in fact, a war on Christianity, gun rights, and the American family.
Yep.
This is the kind of shit that people still talk about now,
100%.
only now it's Starbucks cups, you're not saying Merry Christmas.
Right.
Saying Happy Holidays instead, they equate to basically the same thing. For Weaver's part, he was charged with a total of 10 crimes, including the original firearms charges that the ATF had booked him on. Now, Weaver's attorney, Jerry Spence, successfully argued that Weaver's actions should be interpreted as self-defense and in court attacked the FBI's credibility and their aggression.
Honka, honka.
Honka, honka, indeed. All in all, the jury acquitted Weaver of all of his charges except for 2, and he was found guilty on only 1 count, which was failure to appear in court.
Oh, my God.
For which he was fined $10,000 and sentenced to 18 months in prison.
Now, imagine this family is black. And
Yes.
imagine they, for whatever reason, this family falls into some extremist religious ideology.
Yeah.
And let's call it Muslim.
Yeah.
right?
Let's just say
just
pretty much
for
everything's the
sake-
same.
Yeah,
But
let's
Nation
just
of Islam.
invert it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That they would have blown that house up.
They would have bombed
There would have
them.
been exactly. There would have been a fucking F2. Just
Yeah. And they would have called it
take out
done.
the 20 acres.
Yep.
Wouldn't even thought twice about it.
I'll make it easier. Change his first name to Muhammad.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
Muhammad Weaver, a devout Christian
Yeah.
in Idaho.
Yeah. They would have fucking killed their asses.
Yeah.
More than that, Randy was credited with time served and released. Kevin Harris, his friend, was acquitted of all criminal charges. Now, in August of 1995,
Now he did scoop up the baby, so
he did, and he killed a cop, which is cool, but
yeah,
parody.
I'm fine with that too.
Parody. Now, in August of 1995, Randy Weaver filed a civil lawsuit against the government. And in order to avoid trial, the government settled.
They gave him money.
Each of Weaver's 3 surviving daughters were awarded $1 million each. And Randy was
What
awarded
the fuck?
$100,000 for himself.
I think the kids kind of deserve it. Their mom was just
Yes.
and their dog was just like
I'm cool with the
The
kids
children
getting some money because
is
they can get
fine.
the fuck out.
Yes.
That gives them like financial freedom.
To go.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go.
I don't think so. I don't know that they did. Randy was awarded $100,000. All of that pain and death amounted to nothing but a payout for the Weavers and a long, quick burning fuse that would lead to more anger, paranoia, suffering, and death. 6 months after Ruby Ridge, federal agents would once again surround the compound of another madman who refused to surrender. And that's where we're going to pick back up next time with a revisit to one of our favorite pedo preachers, David Koresh. We'll see y'all in Waco.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You do the sign off. I'm just going to do Cut and Joe the whole time.
Hang on. If you think that Randy blew through that money faster than
Faster than dropping a match in a haystack.
yeah, then email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com. If you could imagine that he spent most of that money on lotto tickets and Bush Light, then text us at 615-768-9483. Most likely, or tell us what beer you think he bought the most of.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been Coors Banquets, could have been Keystone Lights, could have been Silver Bullets.
And if he felt, and if it was Cinco de Mayo, it was definitely a Corona.
I don't think Randy, even as a militant white supremacist, I don't think he was above a cerveza every
I'm
now
going
and
to tell
then.
you this right now. Blue Lives Matter people, racist white people, love Mexicans.
They love Mexican stuff. They love Mexican food. They love Mexican beers.
They don't like the people though.
No, but they love everything else about them.
And follow us on all our socials at
Trashville_USA. Smash all those stupid buttons that demand to be smashed because we got to feed the algorithm. And guys, we want to keep making this stuff for y'all, and it makes it easier on us if we can get a little bit of cashola for it. I'm sorry we all have to participate in the stupid system, but the more you share, the more you comment, the more you like, all that stuff helps. If you can't pay for the Patreon, I totally get it. Times are tight. It's fucking all over the place. It's like that. Just, give us a like. Give us a comment.
That's true.
Grab someone's phone right out of their stupid grubby hands, find our podcast, and hit subscribe on there. That's all you got to do.
And then wash your hands afterwards.
And then wash
You
your
don't
hands
know where that
afterwards.
phone's been.
Yeah.
Phones are gross.
Yeah. People take them into the bathroom.
That's true. I do all the time.
I do too, man. I can't. What am I going to do? Stare at the wall while I poop?
All right, Cut and Joe on the way up.
Also, one last thing.
We were so close to a Cotton Eye Joe perfect dip out.
Thank you, Josh, the owner of Visual Minds, for
Yes.
this fantastic art behind us, for letting us use his studio. And let's thank therugdealer.co on Instagram or any of the socials for all her amazing work. This piece is based on her. She's awesome. And
Yeah.
I can't find the artist that made it, but they're great.
2, 3, 4.
Four.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Bye.
like what you hear? Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Trashville_USA. And if there's a true crime story you want the gang to cover, email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com. Murder Schmurder is produced by Jamie. Our tracking engineer is Grant. And our mix and mastering engineer is Julie. Incidental music and our theme song is provided by Jules. This has been another production of Murder Schmurder.
Here at Murder Schmurder, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. Right now, there's a lot to laugh and cry about. And while we talk about a lot of fucked up stuff and delve into some of the worst crimes in history, we try to make light of these things not to devalue the events or the victims or survivors, but because I genuinely believe it's one of the only ways for sentient life to understand and process the horrors of life. And it's not lost on us that most of the victims we talk about in our true crime misadventures are the most vulnerable in our country: sex workers and racial and or queer minorities. If you'd like, you could roll back the tapes and find several hours worth of ranting on this by each of us. That being said, sometimes the boys get rowdy, and we end up yes-anding or attempting to outdo each other, and we say some gnarly shit.
Hence lower the bar.
Which is not going to stop happening.
No, it's a very fun game.
It's a very fun game.
So, I want the listeners to know that while our intention is to never punch down, we do fuck up, and we learn, and we try to get better. Are we going to fuck up again? You bet your ass.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Will it be funny when we do so?
1,000%.
Probably for us.
1,001%.
I hope so.
And definitely for us.
One of my favorite things is laughing at you guys.
No. But here at Murder Schmurder, we value our brothers, sisters, and non-binary homies out there. BIPOC, LGBTQIA2+, whatever member of the alphabet mafia you are, we got your back. And we hope you have ours as we continue to grow, learn, and support each other through these dark times and come out the other side stronger than ever. And since we're here, we're just going to unequivocally say, fuck fascists, incels, cops, nationalists, and whoever else has a problem with people being who they are.
Ooh, gross. Leave me alone.